Today I'm going to show how to install a front and rear facing dash camera system in a Hyundai Elantra N. This process should be the same for all 2022 to 2024 Elantra models. I chose to go with the Fuquay T5 dash cam, along with a Hardwire dash cam kit that will help make the installation cleaner. With the purchase of both products, you will have all the necessary hardware required for this installation. I will have a link to each item in the video description. I chose the T5 dash cam for its small size and easy to use app. After installing several dash cams, I found I prefer a dash cam without a screen. I value having a dash cam that's hidden over a large screen. Once the dash cam has been installed in the correct position, there's no need for the screen. It's much easier to view the video footage on your phone using the camera's app. The Hardwire kit is a universal USB-C kit. What makes it universal is the power wire has 4 different fuse size attachments. No matter what size fuses your car comes with, this kit will work. To begin the installation, move the rear view mirror down so you have access to the plastic cover directly behind the mirror. Next, remove the plastic cover directly behind the rear view mirror. To do this, pull the cover towards you. It should simply pop off the larger plastic housing. Once the cover has been removed, you can proceed with installing the dash cam. Clean the large plastic housing behind the rearview mirror with alcohol. Remove the red plastic that's covering the double-sided tape on the top of the camera. Position the camera in the center of the plastic housing and stick the camera into position. Push firmly to ensure a good seal. With the camera installed, you can plug in the USB-C end of the Hardwire kit. After the USB-C wire has been plugged in, you'll need to hide the wire in the car's headliner. You can use your fingers or a plastic trim tool to pry the headliner back slightly and push the wiring up into the headliner. Run the wire in the headliner over to the driver's side A-pillar. When you get to the A-pillar, use the plastic trim tool to help hide the wire in the top section of the A-pillar. After you have the wire in the A-pillar, you'll need to remove the door's rubber seal. You don't need to remove the entire seal, just the section that runs beside the A-pillar down to the fuse box. As you tuck the wire behind the rubber seal and the A-pillar, you can reinstall the rubber seal. This will help to hold the wire in place. Once the wire is installed, pop off the fuse cover located on the lower left section of the dash. Find the correct fuse adapter and fuse to attach to the power wire. Install the yellow 5 amp fuse in the top of the fuse holder. The factory fuse will be installed below this fuse. Plug the fuse holder into the red power wire. At this point, you have a choice to make. You need to decide if you want the camera to come on only when the car is turned on, or if you want the camera to stay on even when the car is off. If you want the camera to come on only when the car is turned on, the power wire needs to be installed in a fuse that goes to something that only has power when the car is on. If you want the camera to have power even when the car is off, the power wire has to be plugged into a fuse that has power all the time. Why would you want the camera to have constant power? This is helpful if you want to enable the camera's parking mode. Parking mode will turn the camera on if the car is shaken. This is helpful for hit and runs in a parking lot or if someone tries to break into your car while you're away. I chose to have the camera come on only when the car is on. For this, I removed the 15 amp fuse that goes to the USB charger and then installed the power wire. If you want to take advantage of the parking mode, I would suggest installing the power wire in the door locks fuse, since the door locks always have power. This takes care of the power wire. Now for the ground. There isn't a good ground point in the fuse box. I found a good point in the kick panel. To get access to the kick panel, first pull off the hood release handle. Next, pull up on the lower section of the rubber door seal. Pop the kick plate up and finally pull the kick panel out of the car. After the kick panel has been removed, you'll see a 10mm nut. Loosen the nut and install the ground wire behind the nut and retighten it. Zip tie the remaining Hardwire kit's wires together neatly so that they can be hidden behind the kick panel. Once the wires have been zip tied, you can reinstall the kick plate, kick panel, rubber seal, and fuse door. This completes the front camera installation. Now onto the rear camera. Begin by plugging the rear camera into the front camera. Next, run the rear camera's wire into the headliner. You'll need to run the wire to the driver's side. Use your finger or plastic pry tool to push the wire up into the headliner. When you reach the A-pillar, hide the wire in the top section of the A-pillar. To get the wire to the back of the car, we're going to continue running it along the headliner. Remove the front and rear door's rubber seals enough to give you access to the headliner. Tuck the wire in the headliner and replace the rubber door seal as you work towards the back of the car. When you get to the pillar between the front and rear of the car, push the wire down a bit until it lines up with the headliner in the back seat. This is similar to what you did when you ran the wire from the A-pillar to the headliner. When you get to the larger plastic area in the back seat, push the wire down into the plastic until you get to the rear window. I chose to install the rear camera at the top of the rear window. Since the camera would be at the top of the window, I continued to run the camera's wire in the headliner over to the middle of the window. Before installing the camera, I cleaned the glass with alcohol. With the glass clean, I stuck the camera to the glass and plugged it into the cable I just ran. Now that the rear camera has been installed, you can clean up the remaining wire. I found it was easy to hide the wire in the rear plastic section below the headliner by simply pushing the wire down into it. This completes the installation of the rear camera. download the Dashcams app. After you've downloaded the app, open it and tap on the gear or plus icon located in the top right corner of the app. Click the green button on the next two screens. You will then be asked to select the Wi-Fi network for the camera. The network name will be the name of the camera. Select the network and type in the password. The default password is 12345678. Once you're connected to the camera's Wi-Fi network, you'll be asked if you want the camera to connect once or automatically. If you choose to connect automatically and your phone normally connects to your home Wi-Fi, this can cause a conflict every time you start the car when you're at home. It's not a big issue, but you may have to click off the camera's Wi-Fi every time you enter the car. I would suggest just allowing the connection only when you want to access the camera. Now that you're connected to the camera's Wi-Fi, go back to the app and hit the green connect button at the bottom of the screen. You may be taken back to the Wi-Fi screen. If so, just click the back button to go back into the app. You should now be connected to the app and can see both the front and rear camera on your phone. If you're unable to see the rear camera, make sure that it is securely plugged into the front camera. Take some time to explore the app and make sure you go into the settings and set how long you want each clip to last. This can be set anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes. This completes the full installation process. We've had very good luck with these cameras. I love how small they are and how easy they are to use. I would highly recommend them to everyone. They can come in handy if you're ever involved in an accident. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content.